Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Friday, December 23rd, 2022. Time is 12:34 p.m. Jersey time. Very rainy, cold Jersey time. We're told it's going to go very frigid temperatures tonight. That's what I hear. But we'll see. You know, everything's all about hype. All right, well, once again, we got another well-trained professional hero here in Monmouth County. You know, Monmouth County's been quiet for a little while, but it must be that time of the year again where stupid is on the rise. So this one, and I'm surprised, this one came out of Wall Township Police Department. And also there's another thing here, too, that I'm going to applaud Wall Township on. This is reported on the Office of the Monmouth County Prosecutor's page. Reads as follows. Came out, let's see when this came out. December 19th. Reads as follows. Wall Township Police Sergeant charged with stealing more than $75,000 from the local PBA. Imagine that. Stole from his own gang members. Well, gonna be no sympathy there, is it? He was charged with theft by unlawful taking. That's one of the big charges. So, and there's more to the story too in comparison to something. It's, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. Here's the story right here. It's on the Monmouth County Prosecutor's website page. There it is. All right, let's find out what this well-trained professional idiot did. A sergeant, no less. A Wall Township Police Department sergeant has been criminally charged with stealing more than $75,000 from his local gang benevolent association chapter. Monmouth County Prosecutor Raymond S. Santiago announced Monday. James R. Cadigan, 40, is charged with second-degree theft by unlawful taking. Now, that's second degree. That's pretty stiff. Now, I don't know this cop. I have interacted and done things with Wall Township Police, but it's been a while. An investigation into this matter was initiated by the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Professional Responsibility and Bias Crime Bureau upon receipt of a referral by the Wall Township PBA Local Number 234, which had discovered that a significant amount of cash proceeds was missing following an annual fundraising event held earlier this year. Sergeant Cadigan was solely responsible for orchestrating and running the event in 2022 and in many preceding years. And the PBA annually donates proceeds from the event to various charitable organizations. So, again, here's the level of intelligence that is working in law enforcement. You have a guy, a sergeant, who's in charge of raising the money. He's handling the money, and he's going to steal the money. Now, when people go to questioning, hey, what happened to the money, there's only one person that they're going to point the fingers at. And $75,000 is a lot of money to disappear. I think maybe he'd be better off taking $100 or something. And then that'd be a little harder. But, you know, look at it this way. You're stealing $75,000. Now, he's a sergeant in Wall, and they're paid very well over at Wall Township. So I'm going to take a guess he's probably making $135,000, $140,000 around there a year. So, and you figure after 10 years of that, say you do 25 years at that salary level, that's like $3 million. So you're going to give out $3 million and a pension, which is another couple million over a course of 20 years, for $75,000. Not to mention your credibility and your freedom is now in jeopardy. In addition, confirming that a significant amount of cash was missing from the event proceeds, the investigators revealed that starting at least in 2018 and in each year thereafter, Cadigan made numerous unauthorized cash withdrawals from multiple PBA accounts and wrote checks to himself into cash from these accounts. This investigation remains ongoing as to both the extent of the theft and how Cadigan used the PBA's. This guy's stupid. This guy's just absolutely stupid. There's no way you can get this money out of the bank without a paper trail. And the trail comes right back to this idiot. This is what we allowed to run around with a badge and a gun. This is what the taxpayers of Monmouth County, Wall Township paid for? An idiot. Cadigan was served the charges against him via summons on Friday, pending future proceedings to take place in Monmouth County Superior Court. Case is being prosecuted by the Monmouth County Assistant Prosecutor Melanie Falco, Director of the Monmouth County and by his crime. Cadigan is being represented by Michael Ansell. Oh, what a surprise! Mr. Ansell. Well, Mr. Ansell is like a high-fluting attorney here in Monmouth County. He represents all the police officers that can afford him. And no doubt Mr. Ansell is hard at work coming up with a scheme to portray the Sergeant Cadigan that he is a victim of something. And I'm sure he's going to try to make a deal on this one. They're going to, Mr. Ansell's very well connected here in Monmouth County. And, yeah. Local police unions are so often the drivers of philanthropy. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. We hope that the charges being announced today send a clear message that any such conduct is wholly unacceptable, and there will be thoroughly and dutifully investigated and prosecuted. Yeah, well, what a crock of shit there. Because I can't tell you how many times these prosecutors here in Monmouth County, they talk a real good game, and then they make a deal. They make a deal for these guys. They downgrade the charges to nothing. They get away with a lot of crap. Now, this guy hired Ansell for a reason. He didn't hire Ansell because the guy's got a nice face or something like that. He got it because the union, and the word is out that Ansell is the go-to guy if you're a cop and you get jammed up for something stupid. The criminal charge against Sergeant Cadigan is not here we go. There's always got to be a disclaimer. So let's read the disclaimer. Let me get my disclaimer voice on. The criminal charges against Sergeant Cadigan is not reflective of the honor, integrity, and fidelity routinely exhibited by the sworn members of this department, as they are about protecting and serving the public in the execution of their daily duties. Well, Township Police Chief Sean O'Harahan said. Yeah, what a bunch of crap. Let me just go over that real quick. It's not reflective of the honor, integrity, and fidelity routinely exhibited by the sworn members of this police department. Well, I can't say there's not too much going on over their wall, but I do know they had a dispatcher at one time who was not white. He was some off-color minority, I believe it was, and I think he might have been on the other team, batting on the other team, but whatever it was, I remember they harassed the living crap out of this guy, and he had a lawsuit against Wall Township Police, but they're not going to talk about that, right? And here's where they really pushed their cop again. As they are about protecting and serving the public. That is so bullshit. Their job is to protect the government and to enforce government laws. Their job is to investigate crimes, make arrests, gather evidence, and assist the prosecution. Period. That is their job. Now, some people say, well, I don't know about that, John. They do a lot of good things. The byproduct of enforcing laws is protecting. So if somebody's beating the living crap out of you, and they show up, they pull that person off, you're beating you up, and they put them in handcuffs and haul them off because it's against the law to beat the crap out of somebody. Now, on occasions, they do have to stop and perform CPR, respond to accidents and stuff. It's just, those little annoyances that they have to do as part of the job. But their job, they are government representatives. Period. And always remember that, people. They work for the government, and we all know the government is out to screw us. Okay, the conviction on second-degree criminal charges can be punishable by up to 10 years in state prison. Despite these charges, every defendant is presumed innocent unless they're not a cop. Then they're presumed guilty. So anyway, I'm going to come right back in a second here. I have a follow-up on this comparison because this mirrors something that happened a few years back. We had a Long Branch police officer. I think he was a former at that point. But he stole $85,000, didn't spend one freaking day in prison, and there was the treasurer of the Bradley Beach Fire Department who stole about $40,000. In fact, I'm not even going to come back because I know everything in my head. So, Here's the deal. Let me just start over here. A couple years back, there was a Long Branch police officer, forget his name, it's an Italian name, Cidaruso, Siglia, some, lots of vowels in it. And he got caught. He was like the treasurer or something of the local 10 PBA, and he got caught stealing $85,000. Again, he's using a charge card. He's getting work done at his house, all on the dime of the PBA. He got caught stealing that $85,000. Somebody looked at the books and started questioning where all that money went. He went and hired a nice attorney. I don't know if it was Ansel. I have to go back and look. But long story short on that, this clown got off real easy. What he had to do was he had to show up to sentencing day with a bank check for $85,000, which he did. Upon that, giving that $85,000 over, he got himself 1 year probation, I think it was. Maybe 3 years, but I think it was 1 year probation. Isn't that nice? Now, at the same time that happened, there was a woman over at the Bradley Beach Fire Department who got caught stealing, I think it's $40,000 or $45,000 around that area there. And she showed up to court on sentencing day. She had to pay the money back, and she got 3 years in prison. Isn't that something? And I did a video on it. I'll go look for it, and I'll see if I can find it. And but I did a video on this, and I point out the two tiers of justice here, where you got a cop who's supposed to know better, supposed to be a pillar of society, a model citizen, entrusted with protecting the laws and keep us, he's supposed to be honest, supposed to be able to trust police officers. He stole $85,000 and didn't do one stinking day in prison. He was on probation. No doubt he's off of it now because this happened a couple of years ago. But this woman here, and by the way, that police officer is probably making six figures anyway, so why do you have to steal that money? Now, you got a woman here who was the treasurer of Bradley Beach Firemen. I don't know what she was making, but she stole $40,000. I don't think she stole that money to go get landscaping done on her property, but she showed up in court and got 3 years in prison plus a couple of years of probation. You imagine that? I mean, that's the bullshit that goes on here. And that's what I talk about, these prosecutors out there in Monmouth County. They talk a real good game, but when the cop comes up there, they make them a sweetheart freaking deal. And when it's you or I go to court, they throw the freaking book at us. All right, one thing I forgot to mention about Wall Township Police, which is very important here, because I'm shocked and surprised, shocked and amazed. Okay, so when this this sergeant got caught stealing, Wall Township wasted no time putting it up on their Facebook page. So there's Wall Township Police Department's, what the happened here? Here's Wall Township Police Department's Facebook page. All right, there's the cover page. And let me just scroll down. And let me just keep going down. And here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's something else. Give me a second, folks. They put a couple of... Here we go. Wall Township Police did not run... The chief over there did not run and hide in the office and hide under his desk. He stepped up to the plate. He put the prosecutor's press release up, and he did not hide from it. And for that, I give 2 thumbs up to Wall Township Police for putting the man pants on and not hiding and being transparent. And that's all I really ask them. Every time these cops get in trouble, I almost never, ever see anything on their Facebook page about the cop getting arrested. Nothing. They'll never say anything. I'll give you an example. Aberdeen Township Police. When that idiot Phil Santiago, got caught botching his drug tests and destroying evidence, they said nothing. If it wasn't for me putting it up there, there would be no mention of it. So, gotta give him a thumbs up to Wall Township Police. Very good. Hopefully, they're setting a good example for the rest of the police departments out there that stop hiding. Social media is putting it all out there. Just acknowledge. If you got a bad cop that got arrested, did something, just acknowledge it and say, hey, if this is true, he doesn't represent us. That's all you got to do. That's all I ask is just, own it. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. I will put the link in the description. I'll try to find those other stories and put them in there. And you can go check it out yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Wall Township Police Sergeant stole $80,000, charged with second-degree theft, unlawful theft. What kind of deal do you think he's going to get? I tell you what kind of deal I think he's going to get. He's going to have to pay it all back, and he's going to go to court. Well, he'll pay it back just like the other cop. He'll have to pay it back, and he'll get probation. He'll lose his job. He's 40 years old, so I don't know. Maybe he'll step down. He's got a 10-year pension coming to him. He'll resign before the shit hits the fan, and he'll save whatever money he's got. And or maybe he'll get into the pretrial intervention program, and he'll get off the hook. What do you think? I'm sure whatever it's going to be a sweetheart deal. Till next time, people.